Hello, I'm Lena George for Poppy and Seed, and today we're going to be tapping on clearing away inflammation in the body. So as always, we'll start by setting our intention for our practice today. And you can close your eyes or simply lower your gaze. And just setting an intention for our practice. And I always offer, this can be something as simple as just how you'd like to feel at the end of our session. And you can keep your eyes closed, just beginning to turn inward for a few moments. And inflammation, can understand it as part of the body's immune response. This immune system is responding to either a belief, a feeling, a thought pattern that something is wrong. And thus it produces that inflammation response in order to bring things back into balance. So tuning into a scale right now, imagine a scale in front of you from 0 to 10. And on 10 being, I have so much inflammation in my body, it really affects me and affects my day-to-day life. And 0 being, I am free of inflammation, my body is in balance, I feel amazing. And notice where you are on that scale. And if you don't have an exact number, that's fine. You can simply do a high, medium, or low. And perhaps as you tune into that idea of inflammation in your body, maybe think of a few of the thoughts that you might have that tie into that feeling of something's wrong. What are the thoughts that you have about yourself, your life, your body, where you think something is wrong? And you can even perhaps name them. This belief that something's wrong. And when you have a number on the scale, you have that name for those beliefs, you can open your eyes and we'll begin tapping. And as always, we'll start with the setup statement right here, the karate chop point. If you haven't seen the introductory video already, you can go check that out now. Learn a little bit more about the tapping points and how the process goes. And you can always come back right here and we'll continue. So tapping here on the setup statement. As always, my words are simply a guideline. The most important thing is for you to tune into how you're feeling and how that inflammation feels in the body. You can always modify my words however you need to make it just right for you. Okay, so repeating after me. So even though I have inflammation in my body, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So even though I feel this inflammation response in my body, I do everything I can to release this inflammation. But I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. So even though I have this inflammation in my body, my immune system thinks something's wrong, and I don't know what to do about it. I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. So shaking it out, and we'll move right up to the tapping points. Inflammation in my body. My immune system thinks something is wrong. There's so much inflammation in my body. Sometimes it hurts and it's painful. all this inflammation in my body. I really don't understand what my immune system is doing. I have so much inflammation in my body. My body is inflamed. This immune system response in my body. My immune system is attacking, and I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with my body. It feels like my body is betraying me. My immune system's attacking me, and I don't know why. All this inflammation in my body. All this inflammation in my body. My immune system's overactive response. I know there must be more to it. I really want answers to why my immune system is behaving this way. I avoid all those allergens. I'm so diligent with my eating and my habits. And I don't know why I still have inflammation in my body. Why can't I let it go? Why won't this inflammation stop? Inflammation in my body. I think of it like flaring up around me. An inflamed response. Maybe I can think of something soothing to soothe that response. I've tried so many other things. Healing my gut, minding my eating and my habits, and none of it really seems to help. I'm still dealing with that inflammation response in my body. It really doesn't feel fair. I work so hard. I'm so good. I try so hard to take care of myself. It doesn't feel fair. Other people get to eat whatever they want, and they don't have to deal with this at all. It really doesn't feel fair. What's wrong with me? I want to know what's wrong with me. And maybe that's what it is in and of itself. Maybe it's because I feel like something's wrong with me that there is something wrong with me. Maybe I feel like something's wrong with me, and that's what's wrong with me. Maybe I can let that go now and release that need for inflammation. Letting go of the need to think something's wrong with me. Letting go of inflammation. Letting go of the need to think something's wrong with me. All is right with my mind and body. I remind myself throughout my day, all is well. My body is in balance. My body knows what to do. And I no longer interrupt it with thoughts of what's wrong with me. I no longer interrupt my body and its natural function with thoughts of what's wrong with me. All is well. I trust my body. I know my body will return to perfect and ideal balance when my thoughts are in alignment with it. I believe that all is well with my body. I believe that all is right with my body. I believe that my body is just right. I believe that my body is just right. I believe that all is well with my body. My immune system functions just right. It feels good to let go of worrying about it. It feels good to trust that all is well. I release the need to worry about inflammation. I trust my body and I trust myself. Good. Shake it out for a moment. And let's actually do a little wiping it away. Trusting the body. I wipe my hands clean of any need to figure it out, any need to find out what's wrong with me. Closing the eyes, taking a couple of deep breaths. And tune into that scale once again. Notice what your number is doing on that scale. Ideally, your number is coming down towards the 0. If it isn't, or that number doesn't seem to be coming down as much as you'd like by now, just notice what is coming up for you. Notice if there are any emotions coming up, any resistance perhaps to letting go of a belief that something's wrong with you. Whatever comes up for you, go ahead and name it and give it a number on its own scale. And we'll come right back up to the tapping points when you have those numbers in mind. And just tap a little bit on some resistance to letting go of a belief that something's wrong with me. When we can't find any physical reason for inflammation, we've eliminated all the allergens and all the triggers, and there's still this inflammation response in the body. We know that it's stemming from our emotions, which most everything is stemming from our emotions and our thought patterns, our beliefs. So let's really clear out any resistance now and come up to the tapping points. You can open your eyes whenever you want. I release the need to believe something's wrong with my body. I don't know why I have resistance to letting it go. Like holding on to this belief that I can find an answer out there. And somehow that's keeping me safe. But I know it's locking me into an old belief. There's nothing wrong with me or with my body. Let's say that again. There's nothing wrong with me or my body. And one more time. There's nothing wrong with me or my body. I let go of resistance. I let go of fear. I trust my body. I know my body trusts me. And it feels good to release any remaining resistance or fear. My body is just right. Good. Shake it out. Good. Take a couple deep breaths. Again, notice what's going on with your number on that scale. And you can keep your eyes closed and we'll go into our meditation portion of our session. So you can stay seated, or you can recline and get as comfortable as you'd like. And beginning to turn your attention inward by noticing where you feel your breath in your body. Feeling that rise and fall of the breath in the body. And following the breath down into the belly, perhaps allowing the belly to initiate the breath, which lengthens and deepens each breath. When your mind wanders and you notice it, congratulate yourself. It's a good thing when your mind wanders and you notice it. It's another opportunity to choose your focus and to choose what you're paying attention to. And on your next inhale, imagine bringing that feeling of the rising of the breath up the back of the body as you inhale, moving over the crown of the head and down the front of the body as you exhale. Feeling that same rise and fall of the breath. Imagine each breath, each rise and fall taking you a little deeper within. A kind of unwinding of the day with each breath. And imagine attending to every part of the body with the inhale up the body, allowing the breath to move across every part of the body. And with each exhale, imagine soothing and releasing deeply and completely. Attending with each inhale to every part of the body and soothing and releasing with each exhale. Imagine that with each conscious breath, you're bringing your body back into balance. Allowing that mind-body connection to be harmonious with each breath. Bringing your conscious desires and your subconscious desires into alignment. Each breath bringing you 100% into optimal health. Returning to our natural state of thriving, of balance and harmony. With each conscious breath. imagine now that you can see those old patterns of inflammation on the body. Notice what they looked like. Notice where you notice it on your body. If you don't happen to have any visual images coming forward, just allow a sense of that inflammation. Perhaps a feeling or a tone. And perhaps even imagine that inflammation as a suit of armor around you. A protective mechanism. And imagine now taking off each piece of that armor. Starting wherever you want to start. Removing each piece of armor and feeling the weight of it fall away from you. Allow yourself to feel each piece falling away. That sense of release and relief. Feeling lighter and freer with each piece that falls away. Feeling your body having room to breathe. Unhindered, uncaged. Notice if there are any pieces of armor that seem to want to cling more than others. Perhaps there's even a layer underneath the armor. In some places, that chainmail underneath. Keep peeling it away. Until you feel your body free and unencumbered, light, limber, and imagine yourself running along the shoreline. That freedom in your joints, that freedom of movement. Feeling the strength of each muscle in your body flexing. Feeling limber, free and lean. Imagine yourself cheering as you run along the shoreline, feeling that joy and gratitude for how strong and healthy and fit you feel. Giving yourself recognition, realizing that you held the answers and the key all along. all is well with your body and it feels amazing. Perhaps even allowing a smile to come to your face. And I'll count up now from 1 to 5. At 5, you can return to the room, opening your eyes, returning with that intention that you set at the very beginning of our session. And at 1, becoming a little more aware and alert. At 2, coming back to the breath, feeling that rise and fall of the breath in the body once again. Feeling that room you've created to breathe deeply, filling up the lungs now that you've released all that no longer benefits you. Feeling that room to breathe deeply with each breath. And at 3, becoming a little more aware and alert, aware of your body and how you've placed yourself. Noticing where you feel that shift in your mind and your body, noticing where you feel it. And at 4, you can bring movement back to the body, allowing yourself to move slowly and gently. You can stretch if that feels good for your body. Take your time coming back. And at 5, you can open your eyes whenever it feels right for you. If you'd like more information, you can go to poppyandseed.com, or you can find me, Lena George, at the88percent.com. Thank you, and have a great day.